What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Tubular P, and in this video we're going to be reacting to my brother spent a ton of our parents' money on video games, and I've heard that this video is about Roblox.
Hi friends! My name is Sophia, and this is my brother Ethan. He just got back from school, and now he has to go work at a burger place here.
So you're telling me that kid works at a burger shop? That kid?
Because he owes our parents a ton of money.
He's working 7 days a week.
7 days a week. So that includes school days, guys. So you can't even like rest at school days.
Ethan goes to wash dishes at the burger place every day after school. On the weekends, he does odd jobs around the neighborhood. If it's a nice day, he sets up a lemonade stand outside our house. He says that's what brings in the most money.
Lemonade stands make more money than working 7 days a week
in a burger shop.
That sounds a bit odd.
When the weather isn't so good, he does things like mowing our neighbors' lawns or walking their dogs.
Okay.
He brings all the money he's made that day and gives it to Dad. Dad counts the money and writes down the amount in his notepad. And he tells Ethan how much he still owes. So, why does Ethan owe so much money to our parents? And why does he work so hard and give them all the money he makes without complaining? Now it's time to tell you about all this. They have to keep their gift shop open every single day of the year. So, Ethan and I have had to practically raise ourselves. This has its advantages and disadvantages. The best part is we learn to take care of ourselves. On the other hand, we lacked parental discipline. There's no one around asking us, why did you do this? Or why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Our parents come home so tired, they don't have the energy to deal with us in the evenings. I always thought this was a blessing. He took advantage of our parents' absence and spent tons of money on video games.
Yeah, he does spend a lot of money on video games. But I think he also spent a lot of time on video games since their parents aren't even around. Yeah.
He was doing it for months.
For months.
That's how we found out that he was really lacking parental discipline. But of course, it was too late. By the time we realized this, Ethan had almost bankrupted the family. After
I have a question. How does he even spend the money? Does he have their mom's credit card? Does he have his own money?
Whenever I'd go into Ethan's room, he'd always be playing video games. So I knew he was spending most of his time gaming. But I knew that a lot of kids his age were doing the same, so I didn't really worry.
Okay.
But it turned out he was spending a lot of our parents' money on those games.
He's playing Roblox, and he's spending those Robux.
Like cheddar cheese.
One day, we came back from school as usual. We had a snack in the kitchen and went to our rooms. Half an hour or so had passed. That's when I heard Ethan's door open suddenly and my dad started screaming at him. Dad never comes home in the afternoon.
He said,
Dad was holding a credit card. He waved it at Ethan, screaming, "What could you have bought that maxed out this card? And this is the company card. How did you even get this card's number?" That's how I found out that Ethan spent a ton of money on video games using our parents' credit card.
Yeesh.
My parents used this card to purchase inventory for the store. Since they make purchases from many different vendors, they didn't notice that Ethan had been using it. When my mom wanted to buy something and discovered that the card had been maxed out, she told my dad, because the card had a really high credit limit. They never had a problem like this before. When my dad called the bank, they found out about my brother's charges. He naturally was furious and rushed home to confront my brother about it.
How many though?
After that, Ethan probably had the worst night of his life.
I'm in danger!
So he had to tell him in detail what he spent all that money on. I don't know anything about video games, I've played Candy Crush a few times when one of my friends was really
Oh, man.
didn't understand most of what Ethan said. From what I can remember, he bought an incredibly expensive hat from a game called Roblox, for example.
I bet it's a Dominus. As if the brother maxed out the card and the card has a big credit limit, he probably spent so much money, like thousands of dollars, right? The Dominus is thousands and thousands of dollars. So maybe he did that, theoretically.
Yes, I said hat, but it wasn't even a
Hat.
real hat.
That's so cringe. He bought a hat, but it wasn't really a real hat. A lot of people say that.
To wear it during the game. I couldn't believe Ethan could be this naive. Dad says it takes 4 days working at the store to make that money. He was so annoyed that he asked my brother, "So how's the hat? Is it nice?" Ethan couldn't even tell Dad was being sarcastic. "Dad, it's really cool. I'm sure you'll like it too," Ethan said while logging into his Roblox account to naively show Dad the hat. After that, Dad told him, "Go and fetch my toolbox from the garage." Ethan still didn't
Go fetch my toolbox in the garage. I think I know what's in there. It's a hammer.
get it, but went and got the toolbox. Dad took out a wrench and smashed my brother's phone into small pieces.
I thought he was gonna smack him in the head with a hammer.
The weirdest part was that he did it very calmly and carefully. My brother couldn't believe his eyes. Once he finally understood how angry Dad was, he didn't say a word. Actually, it was a really funny scene, but of course, I couldn't laugh at that point. Apart from the games, Ethan spent a lot of money on YouTubers and some streamers on Twitch.
No.
He even became the
No.
biggest donor for a girl on Twitch, and she brought him on her live stream to thank him. When things calmed down, I found the video on her channel and watched it. When my brother makes the donation, the
Sir, I'm looking at you right now. Little.
girl can't believe her eyes. Then she gets up to dance with joy for minutes on end. It's unbelievable that Ethan wasted our family's money like that. I asked him how he could have done this. He said sadly, "It didn't seem like real money to me. I spent it like it was game money." I regret that even more now that I know how hard it is to actually earn money. But there's nothing I can do about it now. So, how did Ethan get the number of our dad's credit card, since he was curious? He looked down and said, "I stole it?" Now it was my dad who turned red from rage. "When did you steal it?" he yelled. Ethan's eyes filled with tears. "On your birthday?" he said.
Whoa.
On his birthday.
That's the worst thing you could do to someone.
My mom had gotten my dad a massage as a birthday gift. We all went to the spa with him, because we were going out to dinner together afterwards. As Dad was getting his massage, we waited in the cafeteria. Ethan sneaked into the dressing room, took the credit card from Dad's wallet, and wrote down the number on a piece of paper. Initially, he just wanted to buy a few things in a game called Fortnite. But when nobody noticed, he kept using the credit card for 2.5 months in many different places, spending money like crazy. The next day, Dad applied for a refund from all the companies Ethan bought things from, but unfortunately, most of them didn't budge. Some of them never even answered his emails. Dad had to ask his lawyer for help, and he had a weird suggestion. He said to Dad, "If you can prove that your credit card was stolen, we can get all the money back in court. But for that to happen, you need to report Ethan. Then he needs to get arrested."
He's going to jail. Woohoo!
Of course, so that the crime has been documented. But you don't need to worry. Ethan's young and the judge will let him go with a small fine. Dad told us what the lawyer said over dinner. Ethan was really scared. He begged, "Please don't report me to the police." Dad said, "Why shouldn't I? I think you deserved it." And Ethan started sobbing. Of course, Dad wasn't going to do it, but he scared Ethan once again when he got the chance. That night, Dad said, "So since we can't get our money back, This will be your debt. You are going to pay it off by working. That's how Ethan's work is.
Oh.
Do you know someone who spends a lot of money on video games? If you do, please leave a comment.
I don't know. Maybe. Cut that part out. So anyways, that is going to be the end for this video. If you guys haven't yet subscribed, make sure to hit that red subscribe button underneath the video. It is free. We post epic Roblox videos and live streams every single week, which you probably don't want to miss. Also, make sure to leave a like on this video. We really do appreciate it, and it does really help us out a ton. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tubular.